Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. It's Jake Elliott, ready to get this one kicked off. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. And this is going to be out of bounds. Flag. Is a brutal mistake to start the game. Opening kickoff, out of bounds, brings the ball to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Let's go.
A second down throw for Richardson. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see.
Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle.
The pressure all over him. He goes down again.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
They'll go. Richardson. And he's going to have a Colts first down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Richardson. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, Indianapolis. His first touchdown of the new campaign. The extra point from Carney is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
What a start here defensively. The offense comes out trying to establish a little ground game, and this defense looks like they knew what those first 2 calls were going to be all along. Taking them back for a loss and sets up a 3rd and long.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll run it with Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got that complete to Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down. A pickup of 8.
First down, Eagles. Hey, ram.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, go Lion, 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 Lion.
Man in motion is Brown.
Go.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. And even 30 yards. They'll run. It's Williams. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal.
59. Let's go.
Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Herbert. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To the right, that's Pitts. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They'll send him over to the left.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line That's a gain of 5 yards. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Richardson going to look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch. Pitts is the man in motion. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be taken down.
Initially, they do a really nice job of bringing pressure, but what you can't do anytime you're playing an athletic quarterback like this, Mike, is you can't let him escape the pocket. You got to keep him on his spot. Seemed like everybody was chasing their own sack instead of just rushing him as a unit.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Colts. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Herbert. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Take up.
From the gun, Richardson.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal. Throwing is Richardson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And now, third and goal coming up. Richardson. And he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, Indy. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Colts move out to a 21-3 advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Ready.
To throw, it's Herbert. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. Here's your timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. They'll work now on second and 4. Now it's Herbert. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. And in motion is Brown. On third and long, it's Herbert. That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he will go all the way. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They put a receiver in motion to the left. On first and 10, here's Richardson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That stop made by Byron Young. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He runs with it. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes...
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be...
This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here why.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. On 1st down, Herbert. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. Still on his feet. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every single time you get down here, but it feels like at this point in the game, this might be my last chance to get this deep. You've got to make the most of those limited opportunities. At least come away with 3. You're hoping for 6, but in this case, you come away with 0.
Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Quinyon Mitchell up to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Throwing, Richardson. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, tracking 60. Ready?
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's into the end zone. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Indianapolis. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got that complete to Knox. Look at the big man go. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. On 1st down, it is Williams. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Colts are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Come 19, come 19. Take over.
Here's Richardson. Taking off.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Richardson to throw. Now he'll air one out. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And the Eagles are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot. Herbert to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense.
And he's in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Next to score, Colts 35, Eagles 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
60 Bison, 60.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding.
Tiger, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let's go now.
Looking to throw, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
18 Rattlers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
They send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on second down, Richardson.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Ready? Go.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Warrior 70. Set up.
From the gun, Richardson. That is downfield to the tight end, Pitts. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop, and that should just about do it.
Ready? 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Here we go.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Go. 18 Pioneer, 19 Lion. Hut, hut.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
So it's a win for the Colts. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one.